You know, you can't teach an old dog new tricks. You know, somebody like Dapper Dan, who's been in the industry for 30 plus years in terms of hip hop fashion, you know, being the innovator of bootleg ghetto couture, which is what Dapper Dan specializes in. You know what I'm saying? So he's been doing that for 30 plus years. But at the same time, you can't teach an old dog new tricks. This man is set in his ways. His thought process is set in his ways. Okay? So when a guy who has been doing these designs in an underground hip hop ghetto couture way, that's his style, right? And he's been doing this for 30 plus years. Now he's just recently being recognized working officially with Gucci the past year, just for the past year. Okay? Gucci finally gave him a job. Dapper Dan is extremely happy that he got a job working for Gucci. Not his own company, not independent, but a job. And so he's very happy to have a butter biscuit. He's that type of dude that's extremely happy to be a part of a multi-billion-dollar, high-fashion, Europeanized fashion brand that does not cater or care about black people. They create an illusion of inclusion for black society, which is what Dapper Dan is a part of. So again, he's happy with crumbs. He's happy with butter biscuits. He has that Stockholm syndrome. Well, you got to make it right, massa. Yeah, you got to make it right, massa. I still mad, massa. I still mad, massa. But you keep everything good. You give me food. You give me shelter. Type of nigga. You know what I'm saying? That's what kind of mentality that Dapper Dan has. And so on his Instagram page, he talks about, you know, obviously after the Gucci blackface sweater incident, charging motherfuckers $890 for a goddamn ugly ass sweater that was inspired by the gollywog blackface, okay, in the Jim Crow era. And obviously Gucci was using that to again to separate themselves from the black market. They don't want black people wearing their shit. And you could say somebody like Soulja Boy sparked that, but it's not a coincidence, and it's by design for this stuff to happen in the month of February, aka Black History Month. It's by design. You know what I'm saying? So Gucci does not want no part of black people wearing their shit. They don't. And Gucci's been around for 100 plus years. All of a sudden they're talking about, oh well, we gotta make it right. We gonna meet with Dapper Dan. So the CEO of Gucci met with Dapper Dan, Marco, some Italian motherfucker. I don't know how he looks, nor do I care. You know what I'm saying? But they released a statement on Dapper Dan's page talking about, following the recent unintentional balaclava jumper incident, Gucci announces its first 4 initiatives in a long-term plan of actions designed to further embedded cultural diversity and awareness in the company. Cultural diversity for a 100+ year company now. You know what I'm saying? 100+ year company. Now you want coach. It's just like, it's again, all these goddamn white supremacist companies that get exposed for being an overt white supremacist, like H&M, like Starbucks, right? These companies now want to do AKA cultural awareness or cultural diversity training. Stop it. You know what I'm saying? Just to stop it. That's even a more overt slap in the face than actually doing your overt racism. You know what I'm saying? It's what it is. But just to read what they're talking about in this post, he says, quote, "We accept full accountability for this incident, which has exposed shortfalls in our ongoing strategic approaching to embedding diversity and inclusion in both our organization and in our activities. I am particularly grateful to Dapper Dan for the role he has played in bringing community leaders together to offer us their counsel at this time." Again, key word is Diversity and inclusion. Okay, diversity and inclusion. So again, you're offering jobs. They're offering the illusion of inclusion. Jobs, not ownership, not being independent, not how to make a multi-billion-dollar company that sustained its brand for 100+ years. No, we gonna teach y'all motherfuckers how to be a worker. We gonna teach y'all motherfuckers how to be a nice employee. We gonna teach y'all motherfuckers how to eat crumbs and butter biscuits and syrup sandwiches. You know what I'm saying? We gonna teach y'all motherfuckers how to be decent motherfucking workers, while we get the majority stake of the company. We get equity. We get ownership. We keep it in the family. We create generational wealth. We do that. We ain't gonna teach y'all how to do that. We gonna teach y'all how to be a good worker. You could be designing for 30+ years, 40+ years. You're still gonna be a worker. So we encourage people like Dapper Dan to have that kind of mentality, to have that worker butter biscuit. You gonna do right by me, massa? Mentality. That's what kind of mentality Dapper Dan has. You know what I'm saying? So they posted some bullshit talking about they released 4 different kind of initiatives for their quote unquote diversity and cultural awareness plan. They said number 1, global and regional directives for diversity and inclusion. They said multicultural design scholarship program. They said diversity and inclusivity awareness program. Global exchange program. Basically some bullshit. Basically saying, yeah, we gonna invite other motherfuckers around the world to be more culturally aware about blackface. Blackface, of course, is it's a problem that was created in the wilderness of North America. It's a problem that's been created for hundreds of years by the dominant white society to demonize and vilify black society, blackface. Okay. So having other people involved around the world, like people from Tokyo and motherfucking people from Saudi Arabia, right? They're gonna learn about blackface, and guess what? They're gonna incorporate what they learn about American culture to their trained eye as designers, and incorporate that in their own brand. You know what I'm saying? That's the whole that. So including other cultures from around the world about a problem that's systemic from racism. You're just basically teaching the whole entire world how to be appropriate racists. That's really what Gucci's teaching. You know, how to be multicultural racist is basically what you're saying. You know what I mean? So this whole global initiative to include other people from around the world about blackface, it's a complete slap in the face and a complete step backwards. And again, you know, on my channel, I always talk about the black dollar, right? Buying black, supporting black businesses, straight the fuck up. And you know, somebody like a Dapper Dan, like I said, you can't teach an old dog new tricks. He's set in his ways, so he's not thinking about starting his own brand and not depending on Gucci. He's happy to be a worker. He's happy to have crumbs. He's happy to be, you know, a butter biscuit recipient. He's happy to have a goddamn syrup sandwich and some Kool-Aid while they drinking the finest wine and, you know, the first rate 7-course meals, you know, personally prepared for the owners and the stakeholders of Gucci. And he's happy to have his goddamn bun and cheese, Kool-Aid, and butter biscuits with a side of syrup sandwiches and some goddamn melted ice cream. You know what I mean? So Hey, you listen, man. 50 Cent called Dapper Dan a coon. I have to goddamn agree. I have to agree. I have to agree. And you taking pictures with Mayweather. You taking pictures with Mayweather and shit. It just solidifies who you are, man. You know. Again, I respect what he did for hip hop fashion and things of that nature. But you're set in your ways. You're set in your ways. You're happy to be an employee. You're happy to be a worker. You're happy to work under the circumstance of having Stockholm syndrome and supporting your oppressors, abiding by your oppressors, and just to be a happy-go-lucky worker. You still want to work under a Gucci, and their cultural diversity awareness is good enough for you to just stay with them and be like, yes, massa, I still mad, massa, but guess what, massa? I not leave you, massa. I not leave you, massa. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, like I said, I agree with 50 Cent calling this dude a coon. He said, got Dapper Dan looking like a big coon. You are black first. Straight up, 1,000% agree. 1,000% agree. And, you know, some of you motherfuckers in the comment section in my video talking about, when I was talking about a permanent boycott for Floyd Mayweather. And this is exactly the reason why. You know, he gets a permanent boycott, you know what I'm saying, from Floyd. For Floyd. This is the reason why. Still rocking Gucci, doesn't care, and he disabled his comments. So you know this motherfucker right here is beyond Cooney. But a lot of these punk motherfuckers on my page making comments talking about, well, you need to go after the rappers and you need to go after 50 Cent and, you know, again, deflecting, red herrings, deflecting, red herrings, deflecting, red herrings, deflecting. You're not talking about what Gucci, what H&M, what Prada, what Montclair has done to black society. Pissing, shitting, shooting black society in the face with blackface, anti-black imagery. Stick to the topic, family. Stop deflecting. Stop doing red herrings. Stick to the topic. Me, I'm not going to tolerate anybody disrespecting me or black society. I won't tolerate it. Apology not accepted. We got to move on and move forward. So if you're not for the advancement of our people, the advancement of black society for protection and a system of justice, then you need to fall the fuck back, go on no goddamn island of coons and sambos, and call it a motherfucking day. Straight the fuck up. Straight the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? So all you dumb motherfuckers, you goddamn trolls and you white supremacists out there making these dumbass comments about you need to worry about, talking about I need to worry about all these rappers and gangster rappers and, you know, all the hypocritical things you're saying that we're doing and that boycotting is a fad, it's a wave. No, it's not. No, it's not. It ain't no wave. This is a movement that collectively black society needs to continue to do because other ethnic groups do it. Like I said, the Jewish community does it. The Asian community does it. The Native American community does it. The minute you disrespect them, guess what? They come collectively as a group and they make sure whoever disrespected them as a group bow down and apologize publicly. Because guess what? They'll protect the group and they got their reparations. And so again, you know, we don't have a code. The only code that we follow is the Coon code. We got a whole bunch of Coon code authors, but we need to have a code to have a system to advance the group, to advance black society collectively moving forward. It's very simple. A list of things that you do and a list of things that you don't do. Straight the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, those are my thoughts about 50 Cent calling Dapper Dan a coon, and I totally agree. I totally agree with that. And, you know, like I said, it's black first. I'm going to do a separate video. I saw somebody that posted, you know, black brands to support. I did briefly talk about, you know, clothing companies that are black owned that I support. that you can watch my previous videos about that. But I'm gonna break down some other brands that are black owned, that are high fashion, that are comparable to Gucci and Louis Vuitton. Matter of fact, not comparable, better than the motherfuckers, to high fashion clothing brands, to footwear, designer stuff like that. I'm gonna do a separate video regarding these black designers. You know what I'm saying? So it's always black first. And also, guys, I want you to make sure that you subscribe. I got another YouTube channel called GMOG Lifestyle, Sneakers, and Fashion. So, it's primarily based off, like what the channel says, sneakers and fashion. But I'm basically wearing everything black. Either a black clothing brand or black designer. But I'm wearing everything black. All right? So the link is in the description for that channel. I'm going to have a lookbook for that video popping up real soon. And I'm going to be wearing some outfits for some black designers that I've been recently purchasing and stuff like that. So be on the lookout for that, family. All right, so those are my thoughts about that, family. Leave your comments down below. Make sure you follow me on Instagram at GMOGMediaTV. Till next time, family, Chauncey, GMOGMediaTV signing out. Peace.